HTTV with Illingworth and Gregory. Mathias, first of all, welcome to Huddersfield Town. The move seemed to happen quite quickly from our point of view. When did you first know of the transfer?
Well, I heard of the interest like a few weeks ago, and from there on it was a little bit quiet, and it started rolling like 5-6 days ago, and negotiations went quick, and my mind was made up. What
was your initial reaction when you heard there was interest from Huddersfield Town?
Well, at first it was like hearing about interest from everywhere else. You get flattered and you're like, okay, but at what level are we? What are we gonna do? And how much do they actually want me here? And I think that got changed once I got to speak with the gaffer. He told me about his plans. He told me about the club and everything, and that basically gave me a good idea of what's going on here.
So David Wagner was like the biggest pulling factor to bring you to the club then?
Yeah, of course. Like I wouldn't say that, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I knew everything about Huddersfield and everything, but I tried to read up on the history and about of course, last season and the amazing run that the team and the club and the fans had there. But yeah, of course, when I got to sit down, I went to Germany and to actually talk with David Wagner and hear him about his thoughts, his meaning, and his way of playing Huddersfield's way of playing football, and that really lighted a spark in me, or whatever you could say, and I was very eager to come.
And you can see yourself, obviously, after what he told you, fitting into his system and his style of play.
Yeah, sure. He told me about how he wanted to play and play up from the back, which is a thing that I excel in, or that I feel very confident in doing, and also defending high, pressuring high, which I think that I can use my speed and contribute to that way of playing.
And has he told you much about the town and the local area and the fans as well?
Yeah, that was one of the first things that he told me about, and I think that's also a very healthy sign that he tells you about not just his plans, but also about what is the mentality of the fans. And I've heard that it's a hardworking bunch of people that really just enjoys people working hard for the team and fighting and just doing their best. And he also told me how closely knit the group is, the dressing room, and how that is also a major key, he thought, to the success he had last year. And just the few hours I've been here, I've been greeted so well, and everybody just seems like a big happy family, at least here in the stadium.
And you've got your own link to Huddersfield Town as well, obviously the nickname of the club, the Terriers, and you've got a terrier.
Yeah, I do have a little terrier, and my sister meant that was a great sign that this would be a good move. So I'm sure that whenever I get the time to bring him over, he'll feel right at home.
Was it a tough decision for you, nonetheless, to leave Copenhagen? Obviously, a club you've been at since you were 17. Although you did move away, you went back, didn't you say?
Yeah, sure. I think it's always going to be hard to leave home, and I think for that, Copenhagen will always be my first home. But when that's said, I felt like it was the right time to move. I've known that since a year ago that this summer was going to be when I made the next step, and I feel ready for it. I feel like I'm in my best playing age, and what better time to go to the strongest league in the world.
And you come in obviously as well with a wealth of experience, the Copenhagen captain last season and a Denmark international as well.
Yeah, I feel like I know a bit of European international football after playing twice in the Champions League and a bunch of times in Europa League with both Copenhagen and PSV Eindhoven. So I do feel like I have a few things under my belt.
And like you say, you played in the Champions League. Most recently, last season, you faced English side Leicester City. I mean, it already gives you a taste of what English teams play like and the style of play that you'll have to get used to this year.
Yeah, of course. I'm expecting Champions League level almost every week. So that's the that's the big challenge, and I know that for me that's going to be a challenge. I'm certain that for us as a team it's going to be a challenge, but nonetheless I'm pretty certain that we're up for it, and we'll give it our best go, that's for sure.
What do you expect from the Premier League? You say like Champions League quality every week. Do you think it will be more of a battle? How do you think that compares to the leagues in Denmark?
Well, you can't really compare it, to be honest. It's a different beast. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Like I've played against Man City in the Europa League. I played against Chelsea in the knockout phases of the Champions League, and I played against Leicester as well. So I know just a little bit about facing British teams or English teams, and yeah, I know that it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be a few bloody noses, and we're just gonna have to relish in that.
And obviously today, as you've been at the club, you've had a tour around the John Smith Stadium. What do you make of the stadium? I bet you can't wait to play here every week.
First of all, I just like the setting of the stadium. You have the little forest in the background, and it just looks picture perfect, to be honest. It has a special design, so once you actually, of course I googled it and I watched a lot of pictures of it, but when you actually walk in, you have a feeling like this is a special place, and I've heard that it's going to be sold out almost every home game this season, so yeah, what's not to like?
And you join up with your teammates very shortly as well. I mean, do you know any of them? Do you know any of the lads? How do you feel about joining your teammates?
Yeah, of course I know a newcomer in Jonas Lissel, which will make it a little bit easier. I know that you have a young Danish lad in Phil, and hopefully that'll make the transition for me and Jonas, of course, also a little bit easier. Other than that, I have to speak Dutch with Rajiv. I do know his half brother played 2 seasons with him, so yeah, I think it's going to be easy to fit in, especially from what I heard from the gaffer and what I seem to hear from the interviews that I've seen that you guys have made from the other players. So I think it'll be easy.
Good luck at Huddersfield Town.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.